Okay, if you eat like a pyramid, you look like one, and the reason being is that if you start off with no breakfast, and your biggest meal of the day is there, then you will end up looking like one. It's a very simple way of putting it. But if you have evenly spaced meals throughout the day, you're not living too long gaps between meals. You know, you're eating it when you get up, maybe 2 or 3 hours later, maybe lunchtime, maybe a mid-afternoon snack, maybe dinner time, and then leaving at that. You'll normalise your weight. You'll normalise your body shape. You'll give yourself the energy and the nutrients they need, and you'll drip feed these nutrients throughout the day. So have breakfast, lunch and dinner. Make sure you try breakfast first. And then just have a little snack mid-morning and mid-afternoon. Now, good snacks are chopped veggies with some hummus. Get an avocado, scoop it out the skin. A handful of nuts. Tahini, cream sesame with celery sticks. A lot of this might sound absolute garbage, but you will crave the foods that you will, I'll rephrase that. The more acidic you are, the more you'll crave acid foods. As you change your way of thinking and you transition, this is not a dramatic change overnight, do not do that. It's one step at a time. Your taste buds will change with it. Now, I have no problem now going to the fridge and grabbing a head of broccoli and munching away on that. Don't ask me why I did it. I frighten myself sometimes, but it just happens. I'm a broccoli addict, okay, I've admitted it. But it just happens because you crave good foods, because you get high on the feeling of good health and vitality. Yeah. Stomach curdling stuff, isn't it? We're going to move on. Okay, 5 items that should be on everyone's breakfast, in everyone's breakfast. Now again, if you just start by introducing one of these, you know, once a week, once every 2 weeks, however long it takes, I don't care, it's your journey. Enjoy the process, don't make it a chore. Bit of salad in your breakfast. Why? Because you want to be alkaline. First thing in the morning, flick the switch, get alkaline. Introduce some low sugar fruit, tomato, avocado. Introduce some more low sugar fruit, grapefruit, lemons and limes. High sugar fruits are bananas. A banana is quarter sugar. Try and avoid them if you can, if you're trying to lean up or change your body shape, or if you're trying to get healthy. Don't get me wrong, I still eat bananas, but I might have them once a week. You know, I don't go. It's like anything, there's no such thing as a bad food. You get a punch in the gut once and it's not going to put you down. Get 5 in a row, down you go. All right, so you've eaten the same foods over and over again, following the same habits, then you're going to get ill, you're going to get sick. But it takes time to form that association between good foods and good health. Okay, a little bit of protein, not too much, quite a lot of acid in it. But what it does do is it flicks a little switch in your head and gives you a lot of motivation for the rest of the day. Okay, it gives that little brain trick, as I call it. And good fats, drizzle a little bit of fat. You need fat to lose fat. Do not be worried about becoming a fat phobe. All right, low fat this, low fat that. That's delusional. That's what dietitian may teach you. Absolutely delusional. Coconut oil in particular is 80% saturated fat, but it helps you lean up. They fed coconut oil. They did a study in the University of Auckland, if I remember correctly. Maybe wrong. Can't remember off the top of my head. I'm not a librarian, unfortunately, but I do remember the study. They fed coconut oil to pigs to fatten them up. However, results of the study showed it leaned them out. They couldn't work it out until they discovered that coconut oil is rich in medium-chain fatty acids, and the body uses them immediately for your energy. So it's a very efficient source of energy, very clean source of energy. Carbohydrates and sugars, they'll give you energy, but they then ferment in the body, and they produce that the byproduct of sugar is lactic acid. More acid, more fat. Okay, so one thing at a time. Even if you just squeeze a little bit of lemon into your water. Great start. Start with that. Start with what's easy up there and implement it. One thing I always do is have a big salad bowl in the fridge. Always. It's always full. So I can then just dispense. So I actually have 3 salads a day, basically. Not, you know, if I was 5 a day, 5 a day, about 30 a day. You know, because you can just make it easy for yourself. But these little systems I've introduced over the years, it's taken me a good bit of time to do this now. And I've enjoyed the ride because I've got hooked on the feeling of health and vitality. Okay, Semi-Pro minded, but he went from 9% to 2% without even focus on it. I didn't want him to lose too much body fat. He was just getting healthier as he was doing it. And he got phenomenally strong. Okay, so just a little bit of sleep. Just have a little read through that. You want to see that all right? Okay, so sleep. If you get incomplete levels of sleep, 8 to 10 hours a night on a recurring basis, you will suffer. your health will suffer. It's like taking a set of batteries in the wall, putting them out mid-charge and expecting to thrive on them. Okay, eventually those batteries die. They conk out on you. You do need your battery power. Okay, you do need your sleep. It's a vital time. Okay, what disrupts the cycle of good sleep patterns or stimulants? Coffee, tea. I'm not saying you become go on coffee detox, but I recommend it if you're suffering with your sleep. Poor blood sugar electromagnetic pollution, dirty electricity as it's called now. Stimulants such as caffeine have a half-life of 6 hours. So if you're consuming coffee after around 3-4 o'clock, you're going to have trouble falling asleep. Now you might feel like you fall asleep, but it'll be a false tiredness, okay? Because it winds you up, it gets you going. We want us to be calming down. Okay, if you're leaving large gaps between meals, you're allowing your blood sugar levels to fluctuate up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, so if you leave a large gap between meals, say lunchtime and then dinner, your blood sugar levels are going to fall midpoint between that. Again, it's going to stimulate your adrenals, these things that keep your stress levels on an even keel. And again, it will force you to fall asleep. EMF pollution as well. Who uses their mobile phone as an alarm clock? Hands, show of hands. Okay, all of you, wow. Okay, stop doing that, all right? The reason being is it's electromagnetic radiation. It will interfere with your sleep patterns. So just swap it. Take the mobile phone out of the house. No one's going to call you at 2:30 in the morning, unless you're, really popular, or unless you've got a drunken partner who's gone out on the sauce that night. Change it for a battery-operated alarm clock. Okay, just do it. It will, and then look at the rest of your room as well. There's a little red light from your TV. Unplug everything. Caveman times. All right, caveman times. We have 100% more electromagnetic or dirty electricity pollution than we do on our forefathers. It's affecting us. It's affecting our brain chemistry in particular. Okay, there's some other underlying hormonal issues as well, particularly with the thyroid, of which if anyone has any issues with that, then feel free to email me and I'll point you in the right direction.